Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? Welcome to TrickRadio, a radio show hosted by Trickstar. And Mami-san and I'll be your host today. Joining me is the rest of Trickstar. Here's what I like to say, but it looks like none of them could show up. Well, it can't be helped. Makoto's got another acting job, Hokuto's busy with Dramatica, and Subaru got a New Year's photo shoot for a magazine cover he can't miss. Come to think of it, a lot of the jobs ended up being acting jobs, didn't they? Who knows? Maybe Trickstar will turn into an acting unit in the future. I'm just joking around. Well, since I'm the only one able, it will be a Maui-sana only broadcast this time. A bit of a shame, isn't it? Only the second episode and you're stuck with a guy like me instead of the full Trickstar you've been waiting for. Sorry. Eh? Did you hear that? Eh? Ritsu? Is that you?
Ma-kun, you've been very bad. You blew me off today when I wanted to spend time with you.
Sorry, Ritsu. I've been a bit busy these days too. Why don't you take a seat? We can record this radio show together.
Ma-kun, you've been ignoring me, haven't you? I'll place a curse on your entire bloodline so that you can't leave me ever again. Who knows? I might even give the studio keys to Echa to make you pay for what you've done.
Using Tenshuin-senpai as a treat? Well, I'm sure that he could break into Trick Studio as he pleased even without a key. Though I'm not sure how Hokuto's dad will react to that. But I get it. You've been lonely, right, Ritsu? That's why you broke into the studio with the key you took from me. Sorry, I'll make sure not to leave you alone again.
At least Ma-kun can get something right. You promised to marry me, so I'm expecting you to live up to your promise.
Right. Huh? Come to think of it, when did I promise that?
That's right. Ma-kun doesn't remember because he's lost media.
I vaguely remember something like that being said during this year's Tabata festival. But that's not what you're talking about, right?
Ma-kun's so smart. What I'm talking about is Lost Trickstar ad.
Lost Trickstar ad?
It might not cross your mind now because all of Trickstar is together now. But there was a time that Ma-kun was very, very lonely. I was the only one there for you at the time, you know? So with all the goodness in my heart, I helped Ma-kun make an ad to get you the rest of your Trickstar members.
Is that the case?
And Ma-kun also promised me that you'd marry me once we had the rest of Trickstar. So marry me now.
Denied. Gay marriage still isn't legal in Japan, you know? Also, are you sure that I didn't tell you that I will marry you once we got a full cast?
The ads should have come out already, but it looks like the rest of Trickstar came in fast. And now Ma-kun's ignoring me for this radio show. I'm hurt. Maybe I should just poison the rest of Trickstar so I can have him all to myself.
There's no need to take such drastic measures. Here, how about we talk about more of this lost media stuff? I'll make up for the time spent with Trickstar by spending time with you.
Fine. I'll take you up on your offer. So, are you sure this is the direction you want to go in? Ma-kun doesn't remember any of the lost media himself. But that means that Ma-kun will need my help, so maybe it's a good idea after all.
That might be true. But I think I'm remembering something. Didn't Crazy V have something to beat the heat?
So you're aware of the lost media? Hey, were you just pretending to forget that you promised to marry me? That's unforgivable. Well, Crazy V did have a skit along those lines, where they go, beer, then cream soda.
I remember this one since it's from Uramachi Oni-san. We read the manga together during manga club activities. Amagi-senpai will definitely love a glass of ice-cold beer, but the rest of Crazy V are under the drinking age, aren't they?
Ma-kun's talking about other people again when he's essentially supposed to only be on me. How about I put an ice pick in your brain so the only thing you can think about is your beloved Richard?
No thank you, I like my autonomy.
Let's see. Other than our ad and Crazy V's skit, there were ads that ended up being scrapped. Such a shame. There's a high demand for idols, but that means all of the other roles get pushed out to make space.
Are you talking about the staff? Well, we do have our fair share of artists, editors, and mixers, but it wouldn't hurt to have more, wouldn't it?
Especially on the mixer front. We had ads in the making, but it looks like those have been scrapped.
Maybe it's because we already have a decent amount. Of course, we're always open to more, but I guess dedicated ads for staff roles are lost to time.
Right. But if anyone's listening to the radio show wants to come work for nights, we are always open for more producers.
It kind of feels like we're cheating on Ansu here.
Ma-kun, we've only been talking about skits and ads, but there are some songs that ended up being scrapped too.
Songs? Ah, that's right. We've been focused on spoken content. But I really didn't think we have any songs that were never posted.
Maybe not posted, but removed. On the EnsVA TikTok account, we used to post everyone's solos as they were completed.
Oh, I remember that. Both of our solos were on there, weren't they?
Yes. But we were hit with a copyright strike, so all of them are lost to time.
That's a shame. Once we figure out the copyright issue, I love to go ahead and re-record all the solos. They were fun to make, and it's a nice feeling having something that was made just for you.
Same.
Is that all? It feels like we've talked about all sorts of things.
Almost. There's one more song that's been scrapped before it could be finished. There's a lot of lines recorded for it, but since the song couldn't be completed, it's out of our hands now.
Oh, really? Which song is it?
Eden was planning on covering Love Attribute by Pinocchio P, but no one could sing the rap section properly, except Hiyo Hiyo. So into the trash bin it went.
A cover song. I'd like to hear how it went, but it turns out even Nagisa-san can't do that fast of a rap. Actually, Ritsu, how come you know all this stuff?
That's a secret.
I see. Well, unless Ritsu has anything else to add, I guess that's it. Thank you for listening to the TrickRadio broadcast. It would have been a boring episode if it were just me, but thanks to our surprise guest Ritsu Sakuma from Nights, it ended up being pretty lively, didn't it?
Hehe. I'm always happy to help Ma-kun out. Someday he'll become dependent on me, and Ma-kun will have to rely on me for everything.
How creepy. Ritsu already relies on me a lot, so it feels odd that we suddenly switched roles in the relationship.
Thank you for listening to Trick Radio. Have a happy new year.
That's right. Happy New Year, everybody. If you got any questions, suggestions, or complaints, don't be afraid to send them to the show through the comment section. Bye-bye.